So last year I posted 9 vlogs and one random rant on Photo Booth, and I somehow gained 100 subscribers from those 9-10 videos. Isn't that crazy? And then I just dipped. I just was like, bye. Even though this was like a really important project for me to start this channel, I was like gone. And the reason is because of so many things. I had surgery. I ended up hating what I was posting. And to be so honest, these videos were not even like an honest representation of me. And that's why I needed to step the fuck down for a minute and really evaluate what I'm doing. And I have done that. And so I want to start over, and I want to post for the first time in real time on this channel. I don't know if you can even tell a difference. Maybe you will be, maybe not. I mean, if one person watches this at all, who knows? All of the videos that I posted last year were very old. Like, I was editing videos that I had filmed from a year prior. Like, I was not that person. And so much has happened since starting that this YouTube channel and ghosting, that even once again, I'm not the same person. Like, I have been through so much. So this is the first time that I'm actually posting as me in real time. Like, this is my first actual video, because the others were just like me trying to force something. But the thing is that it didn't make it less important to me. I just needed to step away, do some reflecting, and also figure out a lot of like my life shit behind the scenes that required a lot of my energy. I moved across the world. Again, I had surgery. I have a chronic illness. So yeah, my girlfriend and I moved in together, and we adopted a cat in January, and then we adopted another cat in April, and these were like cats that were living outside. There was no foster. There was no rescue organization involved. We just raw dogged it, like we did it all ourselves. What's the word for that? When a foster like litter trains them, for example, just like all that. This is how I've always adopted cats all my life. Don't ask me why. I have a habit of taking cats directly from the streets. So that happened twice. My girlfriend and I started a business in January. Like, it's been really insane. And and also I traveled to China for the first time in my life. That's a whole separate thing. It was amazing. And then I quit my job 2 months ago so that I could be here in Asia with my girlfriend properly and focus on my health and focus on our own endeavors. I don't know. I don't want to yap too much. Honestly, I don't know how to do this anymore. I'm like nervous. I put on this shirt. I am just at home, but I was like, I can't just be in my sports bra because that's what I wear. So I put on this shirt. What do we think? These are my just regular like shorts. I don't know if you can see it. Whatever. I think what I want to talk about on this channel is like substance, like actually not just vlogging in a way that I see other people vlog, because really that's what happened. And that's why after a few weeks of not looking at my vlogs, I was like, what are these vlogs? This is not even me. Like, I filmed it a year ago. Like, I filmed it in like 2023. I edited it a year later in 2024. And then a few months later, I looked at the editing style and I'm like, I get that like the chaotic editing style that I was doing was appropriate to 2023 me because my job was very chaotic. My living situation in Berlin was a nightmare because of the housing crisis. But that's not who I want to be going forward, and it's not who I am now anymore. Even like, it sounds like it all happened really fast, but it's been years of working on this shit, and this is actually more of the substance that I would love to talk about to other people, and maybe even, you know, generate some conversation about it, because this is what I find has the most realness and substance. Of course, there's also the other side of the coin. It's not just, you know, talking, but also documenting what has been really major for me this year, which is art. I am finally starting to make art again. I used to be a musician, and shit happened, and I stopped making music. Bubbly! That's my cat, Bubbly. She needs some company. Hi! This is Bubbly. Yeah, so I'm getting back into making art, and it's been really... Okay. Why don't I just continue talking while you hang out with Bubbly? Can you watch Bubbly for a second? Okay. So I stopped making art, like music, which was my main mode of art, or whatever you call it, 10 years ago. And I've been in this weird limbo, to be honest. I obviously was like in survival mode, because who isn't under capitalism, but also... Even my breath is like shallow. It feels really weird to talk about it. It feels very vulnerable. So the one thing I want to talk about is not just Bubbly, but what I will post about, if I actually will decide to post here regularly, is how I came back to art, how I found my way, how I am continuing to find my way. And a large part of that is deconstructing. I don't know how familiar you are with deconstructing, what your definition of deconstructing is. Yeah. You like deconstructing, Bubbly? But for me, this is the thing that saved my art. So yeah, I need to look at my notes. I have some bullet points, like what the fuck do I even want to say? Feels very, like, honestly, it feels really awkward. I don't know if you can tell, but sometimes you just have to rip the Band-Aid. So this is it. I'm just ripping the Band-Aid. Thanks for watching if you watched. Bye!